Hello and welcome to Ford's Design Centre here in Cologne in Germany. We're here today to talk about the new Ford B-Max. We've called this webinar, it's reimagining the small car, and that's because we think this is a small car that's got some really exciting new ideas that bring something new to the segment. Last year at the Geneva Motor Show, Ford of Europe CEO Stephen Odell unveiled the B-Max as a concept car. Last week, we announced that B-Max will go on sale later this year.
I'd like to conclude with the innovative, all-new Ford B-Max. The most dramatic is its integrated B-pillar construction. Twin sliding doors provide best-in-class access, unmatched convenience with flexibility and outstanding safety. And we believe Ford B-Max will have a major impact on the small car market here in Europe.
How to make a stylish, small car that is flexible and fun, but has premium craftsmanship, and most importantly, how to create its ingenious, easy access doors that make the B-Max unique, whilst ensuring safety and quality remain intact. With us today, we have three experts who helped bring this vehicle to life. To start with, we're going to talk to Stefan Lamb, who's the head of Ford's exterior design group, and he can explain a bit more about how the vehicle was designed and how some of the ideas were conceived. Stefan.
Thanks, Peter. You're absolutely correct with that vehicle. It's really unique, it's really special. Ford sets really its challenge to recreate a new product for the B-car segment, because customers right now, they struggle with space in the cities, with fuel economy. And the big idea about this car was something having unique, which no one else has got in their portfolio. A one big door opening. Imagine this. I mean, this is something what designers dreamed about for years, or we showed on concept cars. We did this on the Iosis Max recently, 3 years ago. And our engineers and the designers, we delivered this, and we delivered this promise as shown here as this concept car, which we revealed last year in Geneva, and expresses actually the actual styling, so no big change to the final design, which you're going to see in 4 weeks' time, as you just explained. But even though the car is practical, you have easy access to the interior, easy to load kids into the car, and also loading the car with, if you want to go to IKEA or to other shops. So it's really, really practical, this product. We want to also create a really stylish design and attractive design, because our products are looking dynamic and looking really attractive. I want to specify this on a couple of design elements. For example, the front end is really clear Ford. The trapezoidal signature grille speaks for itself. That's Ford. Really dynamic headlamps, which are really wrapped nicely around the corners of the vehicle. A really nice sculptural hood surface with a prominent power dome pointing towards the Ford oval give really the car a kind of an upscale feel. Looking at the body side, dynamic lines. You see dynamic lines. A lot of sculpturalness on the section. The window line, the glass area, looks like an arrow. Yeah? Looks really fast and dynamic. And usually, vans, especially with sliding door, they always look upright and quite boxy. Not in this case. This car is delivering a lot of sculptureness, forms, and thanks to our engineers, we really worked really hard on these areas to get a really nice appeal for this product. Overall, this car delivers a lot of versatility, flexibility, but even though by doing this, it looks stylish, dynamic, you want to jump into the car, you want to drive. That's a big idea behind the B-Max.
I'm joined by Darren Palmer, who's the Director of Quality in Ford's engineering group, and he can explain a little bit about some of the challenges that the engineers had to overcome. So, Darren.
Oh, thank you. So we were extremely enthusiastic to deliver this concept to the customer. The benefits it gives is to allow the customer, even when in close quarters like in cities, to be able to access the car. So when a car's parked next to another car, you can slide back the door and you can still get good access for, say, children or for loading. And that's a real big benefit for the customers. But to deliver that needed a completely new concept. And we needed to develop a concept that didn't deteriorate the actual door size or design that we were trying to achieve. And so to do that, we needed to develop how we would manage the crash safety of the car, and also still maintain the stiffness of the vehicle, and also not add weight to the vehicle, because in this class it's extremely important that we maintain our class lead in fuel economy. And so that needed a completely new approach.
I mean, I guess from the crash perspective, it's things like the side impacts that the engineers had to look at particularly.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the key things we needed to do was, first of all, manage the side impact. On a normal vehicle, you have a pillar called here, we call it the B pillar. And that pillar creates a lot of strength so that in a side impact, it will not protrude into the vehicle. And so for this vehicle, we needed to recreate that. So we actually built that pillar into the two doors. And that's made of extremely high strength boron steel. And together with special latches that are specially designed to clamp in a crash, you get the same crash performance in side impact that you would on a normal car. Also, that could introduce extra weight to the car. And for this concept, we needed to make sure that didn't happen. So we used more high-strength boron steel. This is traditionally very difficult to work with, but we've been gaining more and more experience on that in our cars in recent years. So this car has a very high proportion of that. We also needed to make sure that the vehicle's stiffness was maintained, because that leads to dynamics and handling and gives the whole character of the car. And dynamics and handling is something that is in part of our DNA in Ford. So again, we used those high-strength boron steels, and also the latching system. When the doors are shut, they're very tightly clamped to the body and they become part of the stiffness structure of the car, so that you still maintain the dynamics and handling that you expect in a Ford car.
So I guess the customers can't see where all that high-strength steel is, but I guess it's, as you say, in the doors and in this whole aperture.
Absolutely. It's contained in both of these doors, and when shut and the latches are latched, it forms a rigid cell, exactly the same as you would have in a normal car. In fact, when the doors are closed on this car, it's got the same stiffness as the Fiesta, which is a much smaller, more compact car. So that's quite an achievement.
We've heard about the exterior design, and now we're going to take a look inside the car. We're going to open the doors and learn a bit more about the exterior design. And I'm joined by Ernst Reim, who's the head of Ford's interior design group. So Ernst, over to you. The doors are opening. We're ready to go.
Yeah, you really can see the maximum of space when the doors are opened. So, and this is, I think, the main goal, to give the customer the maximum space together with an architecture what includes premium feel, a contemporary design, and really craftsmanship on the finest level. We have wonderful doors, what look like one door together, because the medallion is coming from the front door into the rear door and creating a dynamic shape what supports the roominess feel. Then on top, the seats with the belt integrated can fold down, the front seats fold down in the same way like the rear seats, can create a floor what automatically gives the customer the possibility to load in very big stuff, so like a surfboard of 2.30 meters, or a bicycle, or some big boxes from IKEA. You really get them easy in, and with wonderful materials, what you have also in a higher segment, I think the story is complete. So I'm nearly 2 meters tall. I can sit perfect in the car. I have even on my head another 5-6 centimeters, what you normally don't have. It's 11 centimeters higher as in the Fiesta. So altogether is for family, for younger, stylish people, for older people. Everybody will be happy with this car. You can use it for different things, and you have so much space inside, so the roominess feel is gigantic. And yeah, for loading stuff in it, luggage, there's enough space, and you will never believe that this is a B car.
So we've heard about the engineering now. We're ready for the live chat, the question and answers. Please send your questions in, and myself, Darren, Ernst, and Stefan will be ready with our answers.